Yo, what's up everyone? This is Valoramous. In today's DJ tutorial, I want to discuss the functions of a DJ controller, and specifically in this demonstration I'll be using the DDJ-1000. So I will bring my camera around and give you a close-up zoom bird's eye view of the DDJ-1000, and I will explain to you the various buttons and effects on a DJ controller. When I was first beginning to learn, I couldn't wrap my head around exactly what the DJs were doing when they were on stage, when they were mixing tracks together. So this is the same for most forms of DJ equipment, whether it's a controller, turntables with a mixer, or CDJs. So on the left and the right, you have what are known as the decks. So if you look right here, and you may not be able to see that, it actually says deck, and this is the DDJ-1000. So it actually has deck 1 and deck 3 on the left side, and then deck 2 and deck 4 on the right side. Now in the middle is what is known as the mixer. So on CDJs you have the decks on the left and the right, and then you have a separate mixer. The club standard currently is the DDJ-1000 mixer. In controllers you have what's known as an all-in-one system. So you have decks on the left and right, and then you have the mixing section in the middle, and it's all on one piece of hardware. With turntables and a mixer, you have, again, decks left and right, and then you have a mixer in the middle. What I like about controllers is it provides an all-in-one platform to use, which you can then connect to your laptop. There are also stepping stones between a controller with laptop and the CDJs, where you have an all-in-one system, and that allows you to plug in a thumb drive to connect your music to your hardware, and then you can completely bypass the software. Now in the center console you have volume faders on every deck. You have a crossfader, which allows you to go from the left deck to the right deck if it's activated. And then you have various effects and level meters, and also equalizer knobs. The main knobs that DJs use are these equalizer knobs here in the upper half of the mixing section. You have the low EQ, the mid EQ, the high EQ, and then you have the trim, which is basically the gain staging. That is the volume of that track. So you can adjust the overall volume of that track to blend it in with another track. On the outer left and the outer right side of the mixing section, you have microphone volume meters, you have a sampler volume, you have headphones volume, and then you have various effects. So you have sound color effects and their knobs to tweak. You have the master level volume. You have a booth monitor volume, and you have the beat effects. So for example, low cut echo, echo, delay, spiral reverb, Mobius saw wave, Mobius triangle wave. And then you have the track selection meter for those effects as well. On the left and the right section, you then have the main buttons, which are the Q button, which allows you to set your initial mark on a track where you want to begin playing that music. You have a play button and a pause button. You have the tempo or pitch corrector, which allows you to adjust the beats per minute, basically the speed of the track. And then you have the jog wheel. The jog wheel allows you to adjust left or right, basically forward or reverse, that track to sync that track with another track that you are playing. On the upper portion you have a couple of other effects. You have jog adjust, you have in and out for loops, you have a scroll wheel, you have quantize, you have slip and vinyl mode. These are used as well, but the main ones are generally the Q button, the play button, the pitch or tempo adjust, the jog wheel itself, and then you usually have hot cues or pads. So the hot cues are these pad effects here. On other controllers, you may have hot cues that are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the CDJs, they have these buttons as well, these hot cues. Okay, next you then have the outer edges of the controller. So you have a headphone input right here, so you can plug in your headphones here. On the back side, you have your outputs, which allow you to connect the power, to connect to your laptop, to connect to sound systems. So what a controller does is it takes the music that you are playing through these volume meters right here, and then it sends the signal out through your cables. In my case right now I'm using RCA, but there are also XLR cables. It sends those cables to the sound or the stereo system. So you are creating the sound, you are creating the music through your controller, your CDJs, through your mixer really, and then you are sending that sound through various cables, which is RCA or XLR, to the sound system. Okay, and that summarizes what a controller is. A controller is a way to control the volume and equalize parts of both tracks, and also mesh two tracks together by having both songs be in time with one another, so they are the same speed. And then the DJ's job is to listen on his or her headphones and match the beats of these two songs, because if the beats are not in time, it'll sound like a train wreck. And I'm sure we've all heard that before out live. And if you're a DJ, you definitely know what this means. So that is about it. That is a controller in a nutshell. So you have it. That's my explanation of the DJ controller. If you think I'm forgetting something, please leave in the comments below. And if you like this content, like to see more, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.